within the past 30 minutes, you heard Lance West as he approached Plaza Towers Elementary School. Let's join him again on the phone. Lance, I know this is a very emotional, devastating scene that you're looking at.
Yeah, it certainly is. We are here just 5 feet away from the school right now. What was apparently the gymnasium, there are firefighters and other emergency personnel doing their best to save. Those are classrooms right there? Okay, those are classrooms and hallways, I'm told. I stand corrected from some of the parents out here waiting to get word. It is our understanding right now that there are at least 15 children trapped under this debris.
Oh, my gosh.
There were 75 kids in the classroom. Okay, I'm telling you, the number has just been upgraded. 75 kids were in that hallway and classroom when this tornado hit. Firefighters are standing on what is essentially a large pile of debris, trying to find these kids that are hopefully still alive. There's a triage center that's set up on what looks like it may have been a basketball court at one point, and they're using doors and pieces of plywood as stretchers to try to get the victims out. I see one little boy. He looks to be probably third grade. Also a woman next to him who's laying flat, but she's breathing and moving. I would suspect she may be a school teacher. They're just a host of volunteers, folks here doing everything they can, but this is about the worst damage I've ever seen, and you can only pray for the families as they search for these kids who may still be trapped under debris at the school.
Absolutely, and those parents waiting to hear word, my goodness.
So,
that's
Lance,
Plaza Towers, right, Lance?
That is correct. We're at Plaza Towers, and everything within a square mile of this school has just been decimated by this storm.
Lance, are parents being kept back, or are they working to look for their children?
They are not allowing the parents to get onto the debris pile, obviously way too dangerous. There are down power lines, debris everywhere with nails, gas leaks, things like that. But there are parents who are trying to make it in here. We, fortunately, were able to follow some emergency vehicles and get access, but most of the folks have been stopped about a mile back from the destruction zone.
Have you seen children removed from the debris who have been transported?
We just saw one child, and he's standing now. It looks like he's hugging someone, maybe his parent, but we have only seen one child that has been transported. We have seen other people, other victims transported from here in the backs of pickup trucks. There are some four-wheel drives that are maneuvering in. I'm looking at a Jeep right now that seems to have clearance and was able to make it into this area.
All right.
But for the most part, it's very limited access for the average citizen to get in here. They're going door to door, searching these homes, searching storm shelters. We met a family as they were coming out of their shelter, and they were just devastated. They said that their neighbors were pounding on the door to get in as the tornado came in, and they didn't have the strength to open the door because the wind was so devastating. They don't know what happened to their neighbors.
And Lance, we want to verify this again. You're telling us that 75 children were in class when that storm hit Plaza Towers, and they believe those 75, they're searching for all of them right now. Is that correct?
That is what I'm being told by one of the rescuers here on the scene, that there were 75 people inside that building, in the hallway, which was the secure place, the safe environment, the tornado shelter, if you will. But the walls are gone, cinder block walls that are 8 inches thick, and the roof is completely gone. It basically looks like it just collapsed in on itself, and there are search and rescue personnel on top of this 10-foot mountain of debris going through the pile, screaming for victims. So we're not anything, but we can only hope that they can search and that they continue to yield some positive results.
Absolutely.
And we do need some hopeful news, and you did tell us, for those just joining us, we're talking about the Plaza Towers Elementary School. 75 children and staff members believed to be in the school when the tornado hit. They were sheltering in the hallway, which was deemed their safe spot. There is no safe spot above ground for an F5 if this turns out to be that. But Lance, you were saying that you saw at least one child who came out of the debris and was hugging a parent or somebody. Is that correct?
That is correct. A young man, probably about 8 to 10 years old, I would say.
Okay, well, that's a good sign, Lance,
and
if they were all there
being
together.
Loaded. I told you about that Jeep, that four-wheel drive. She's being loaded into that Jeep right now very gingerly, and she will be taken out of here. Also talked to a gentleman by the name of Pat Smith. He has a child in the school, pulled his child out 10 minutes before the tornado hit, and then came back to help in the search and rescue efforts. And he told me that they pulled out 30 kids alive, but the search continues for even more.
All right.
Okay, so you're saying of the 75 who were sheltered in that school, 30 were pulled out alive. Is that what you're saying?
I do know that there were 30 pulled out. I don't know if there's still 75 more in there or if we can track those 30, but I was told that there were some 75 in that area when the storm hit.
All right. Be very careful with this information. Yes.
Right. All right,
yeah,
Lance.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to continue to get more information from the folks out here. This is all very preliminary.
Right. Lance, we appreciate your effort as a parent yourself, and those parents like us watching it is a very difficult assignment that our Lance West has right now, but nothing compared to what those families are going through at this point.